change in the schedule, and we have been instructed this way. Okay, Prabhuji, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So let's talk about glories of Bhagwan Jagannath Ji and Purushottam Kshetra. So this is the picture from Jagannath Puri. As you can see, the temple behind, and then the chariots in the festival time of Rath Yatra together. So the story I'm going to narrate are from Skanda Purana. It's one of the 18 Puranas, and it's very big book. I think it has 80,000, about 80,000 verses in it, and this is only the meaning in Hindi, and I think it has about 100 pages on the glories of Jagannath Puri and Lord Jagannath. And this is called Skanda Purana. And why it is called Skanda Purana? Because this is narrated by son of Shivji, Shankarji. That's why it's called Skanda Purana. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Of priest, O Arjuna, know me to be the uh, chief Brihaspati, the lord of devotion, and of generals, I am Skanda, the lord of war, and of bodies of water, I am the ocean." In Gita, chapter 10, verse 24. So Skanda is the general working for demigods and gods. So that's where this story, these stories came from. And also, since glories of Lord Jagannath is unlimited, we can read all our life. So I heard from Padma Puran also, it has been mentioned the glories of Lord Jagannath. But this is, I couldn't have spare much time to read from Padma Purana. So whatever I'm giving is from Skanda Purana. So there are several chapters in Skanda Purana where successively described glories of Purushottam Kshetra, Bhagavan Jagannath, and Jagannath ji himself. So one chapter explains Bhagavan Vishnu orders Brahma ji to go to Purushottam Kshetra and establish Vigraha of Jagannath ji. So let's discuss that. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. We offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, Nar Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, the unto Mother Goddess, Mother Saraswati, the Goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of all the Puranas. So sages asked to Jaimini Rishi about glories of Purushottam Kshetra. And Jaimini Rishi was disciple of Vyasji, and he is narrating the stories. He told that Bhagavan Jagannath ji is omnipotent. He told he is narrating glories of Lord Jagannath, and he is describing that how Lord is omnipresent and generator of everyone. The Purushottam Kshetra is his direct form. So Jaimini Rishi said that Purushottam Kshetra, all the holy place, is his swarup, his form. and Bhagavan Jagannath personally lives there in Daru Brahma, in the vigrahas carved by wood. So there he lives in Daru Brahma. So the name of the holy place is called in the name of Lord Jagannath, Jagannath Puri or Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri. So he goes back to the Baraha Deva, Baraha Bhagwan, where Bhagwan ji escaped earth from the hellish situation, and then at that time Brahma ji, creator of this universe, thought how people will be delivered from three miseries of this material world, that is Daihik, Daivik and Bhautik, three miseries. Then Brahma ji prayed to Bhagwan Vishnu. Whenever Brahma ji has any problem, he goes to Chira Udak Sai Vishnu on the north east side of this universe and prays for the solutions. Here you can see the picture where Brahmaji and Jamraj, here Jamraj and Brahmaji both pray to Bhagavan Vishnu for the solution, that how people in this world can get rid of three material miseries. Then Brahmaji prays, Bhagavan Vishnu appeared and told to Brahmaji that earth is hidden in Purushottam Kshetra. He tells the glories, he already tells that there is my holy dham called Purushottam Kshetra, which does not count in the jurisdiction of earth. So that means that a law of karma and other rules doesn't apply on people and living entities on the Purushottam Kshetra, Jagannath Puri. And he tells to Brahmaji that holy dham never vanishes in annihilation. Whenever annihilation takes place, that holy dham stays intact. And those who see my holy dham gets liberation. After describing to Brahmaji, Bhagavan Vishnu appeared, Lord Jagannath. So as we know, Lord Jagannath is none other than Bhagavan Krishna or Vishnu himself. In one of the bhajan, we sing, it's written by Vasudeva Ghosh, that Vasudeva Ghosh bole kori joda haath, Jai Gaura Sei Krishna Sei Jagannath. So Gaurang Mahaprabhu is, as we discuss every day, Gaurang Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself and he is Jagannath. So let's discuss other part of the stories here. So then in another chapter, Jamraj ji and Markandeya ji prays to Bhagavan Jagannath. So as we saw, Brahma ji is praying, and then Jamraj is also standing there. So in this chapter, Jaimini ji explained how what Lord Brahma did after he saw Vishnu on the description of Nilachala, which is a hill in Purushottam Kshetra, Jagannath Puri. So Jamraj ji saw reduction in his kingdom. As we already discussed, that the whole earth is given to Jamraj's jurisdiction. Whoever does bad karma goes to hell, and Jamraj gives punishment. But Jagannath Puri, Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri is not counted in earthly planet. So he can't punish people from Jagannath Puri. So he was anxious that his kingdom is getting reduced by that amount. So Jamraji prayed to Vishnu for securing his kingdom and praises his opulences, that I worship your form which reside in the cave in Nilachala, which is a mountain, blue mountain in Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri. Lord Vishnu told Lakshmi ji. Then Lord Vishnu is, as indicated, Lakshmi ji to tell something. And then Lakshmi ji started telling to Yamaraj that it is impossible for us to leave Purushottam Kshetra, that is Jagannath Puri. People who live in Jagannath Puri have no karma. All sins burn to ashes. So your kingdom will be everywhere on earth except Puri. So we give you, Lakshmi ji tells that we give you whole earth except Jagannath Puri. And Jamaraj bowed down to this Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri, where he says that where you give liberation to all residents. So then Lakshmi ji again tells the story of Markandeya ji, how Markandeya ji saw Lord Jagannath. So Markandeya ji has been given boon by Shivaji that he lives 7 kalpas. So 7 kalpas means 7 days of Brahmaji. So Brahmaji lives, so we know 4 yugas, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and then Kali Yuga. So 4 yugas, then after Kali Yuga, Satyuga will come again. So we see the time is cyclic here. So Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga, all 4 yuga. And then it again they come in that succession. Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. When all 4 yugas cycle 1,000 times, that is 1 day of Brahma. And Markandeya ji lives until 7 days of Brahmaji. So he wanders around during annihilation when the earth is floating in water. He was trying to find a shelter where he can stay during the Pralaya annihilation. And he was praying to Lord Vishnu, and then there was a voice came, a child voice, that Markandeya, don't worry, come closer to me. And then he saw Lakshmi ji and Vishnu ji on water. And then Lord Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu told that you only got long life and you don't have much realization. So look at the child on the banyan leaf. So down here we can see the picture of Balmukunda, Bhagavan Krishna in his childhood form. He is sleeping, he is lying down on a leaf of banyan tree, on the big banyan tree in Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri. Then Lord Vishnu showed that Krishna's form, and he told Markandeya ji that go live inside mouth of Krishna, because whole creation is in his mouth. So he went there in the mouth of Krishna and he saw all planetary system inside, and he lived until the Pralaya gets over. And then again Bhagavan Vishnu told that this is my eternal dham, devoid of annihilation, with no bondage. There is no effect of karma there on people who live there. Then Markandeya ji said, I will reside here, I will stay here. Then Bhagavan Vishnu again says that I will create Sanatan holy dham here. And it was already there. And he again says that I will arrange for more arrangement of a temple and all that. And he created that there is a Kund. He named that in the name of Markandeji. It's called Markande Kund. And Shivji lives there to worship Jagannath. So Shivji worships Jagannath there near Markande Kund. Now, let's see in another chapter, it has been described introduction to various tirthas, various holy places, and various demigods who live in Jagannath Puri, glories of Lord Jagannath, and uh, appearance of two sinners, Pundarik and Ambarish. Pundarik was a Brahmana, Ambarish was a Kshatriya in Puri, and how they get relief. So Lakshmi ji tells again to Jamraj ji the story that Jagannath Puri is in the shape of a conch. So you can see here the conch and the map of Sri Kshetra, Purushottam Kshetra, and you can see on the bottom the ocean is there, and then on the top you see Atharnala or river Baragvi, and in between we see all the tirthas, the temples on the lines of the council here. So that's how it has been established. So in the same chapter, Lakshmiji told Brahmaji, who was also standing with Jamaraj, that in Satyuga there will be a king, Indrajumna, Vaishnava king, and Bhagavan will appear in 4 daru, that is wooden farm, carved by Vishwakarma himself, as we see Jagannath's story every year. And Lakshmiji tells Brahmaji that you will personally go there and help king establish all the 4 vigrahas there in Jagannath Puri. And then she tells that Bhagavan was in Nilachal cave, that is Blue Mountain cave in Daru Vigraha. He speaks all languages and destroys everyone's sin. As we discuss every day, Bhagavan Krishna and Jagannath, they are same and they understand all languages. A Pundarik, a Brahmana called Pundarik and Ambarish, both were sinners. They were born in Kurukshetra, and then they went near a Jagya and asked for atonement for their sins. They were sinner and they went to an Jagya arena and then asked different brahmanas sitting there about how they will get rid of the sins, atonement they can do for their sins. Then one Vaishnava told that you go to Jagannath Puri, and by seeing Lord Jagannath, your sin will be burned to ashes and you will get liberation. Then in one chapter, it has been described that how they went to Jagannath Puri and then they praise, they stayed there and they got liberation. In another chapter, the story of Indradumna, King Indradumna comes. He was born in Satyuga, and he heard of Puri, and he sends brother of his Purohit to the Nilachal cave in a blue mountain near Jagannath Puri, where Lord Jagannath has been worshipped by tribal people called Sabar. So the king was born 5 generations below Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma created all the sages, and then they created their progeny. So Lord King Indradumna comes 5 generations below Lord Brahma, and he was king in the Avantipuri. And one day, while worshipping Supreme Personality of Godhead, he asked Brahmana that discover a place where we can see Bhagavan Jagannath from our eyes made of skin. And then Brahmana asked to various pilgrims, and one of them told about Puri, Jagannath Puri, and Nilachal Mountain, and all other pilgrimages in that area. And that pilgrim told about um, Sabar Deepak Ashram and Jagannath Ji. The king told that. So when that pilgrim describes about all the glories and all the descriptions of Nilachala, Parvata, and the mountain and the cave, and then Lord Jagannath residing inside, worshipped by Sabar Deepak, Sabar people, the tribal people. Then the king expressed his desire that I want to go there and I want to live there. Then Brahmana told that we all will go to the Puri and we will reside there when we see Jagannath ji with this eyes. And then that Brahmin told that my younger brother Vidyapati will go there and we will discover more detail about the Puri. Then Vidyapati reaches that Sabar Deepak ashram in Puri, the ashram of the tribal people uh, in near Nilachala, the cave on Blue Mountain, and then he met Sabar, the Bhil, the tribal group, and expressed his desire and told that I am Purohit, I am priest of the king Indradumna, and I want to see Bhagavan Jagannath, the Neelamadha, Sri Hari. Then the Sabar told that I heard from before that King Indradum will live in this holy place. Sorry, holy place. So since they were worshipping Neelamadha, they were pure devotees of Lord, and they could understand the uh, uh, story coming in the future. Future. So he told that I heard that the king will come here and live here in Jagannath Puri. And then Sabar took Vidyapati to Neelamadha by telling the way, as we see here story every year. Then the way was very narrow, and he was guiding with the voice, and they reached the Rohin Kund, the Mahatirtha. The Vidyapati saw Lord Jagannath after bathing in that kund, and then Vidyapati told Sabar that you have all divine opulences that even king doesn't have. So he saw all divine opulences there in the cave, and he was amazed to see. He told that even King Indradumna has uh, doesn't have these opulences. So then the Sabar explained that if Indra and Brahmaji, all the demigods, comes here regularly every day to worship Lord Jagannath, Neelamadha. And all these materials that you see are prasad of Jagannath. They were left after worshipping and used by Jagannath ji. And he told the Sabar, the Bhil, the tribal person, told that we eat prasadam, and due to that, all that, our disease and old age has vanished. So they always look young and without disease. So Vidyapati thought of becoming friend with Sabar because he has to know more secrets, and he has to tell and describe to king also. And then he told the king's plan. Sabar told that king will not be able to see Neelamadha because he could see future. So he told that king will not be able to see Neelamadha, and Bhagavan promised this to Jamaraj ji, because this is the promise made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to Jamaraj, that Jagannath will disappear in golden sand. And you were lucky to see Jagannath, but king will not be able to see. Then let king come here, and he will faint after not seeing Jagannath, and will see Jagannath in dream, and help construct Daru Vigraha, Vigraha of Jagannath ji made of wood, and that will be established with the help of Brahma ji. So this is how the Neelamadha looked like according to the description made in the scriptures. Then Vidyapati came to Avantipuri and he brought one garland which was offered to Neelamadha, Jagannathji. And he gave that garland to king. That garland was fresh, and the smell was not going away because that garland was given by demigods. And then the people and the king asked various questions about Neelamadha to Vidyapati, and he describes all that to the king. Then he described that the ancient Vigraha made of Indraneel Mani, the Mani, the stone was Indraneel Mani, blue, and the Lord has been carved out of that Mani. And then he tells that Brahmaji, Indraji, and other demigods worship daily Lord Jagannath there, and that the garland was offered by demigods that doesn't fade and it smells all the time because it's been divine. And when he ate prasadam, he felt transcendence and all his sins vanished. And he describes that whoever ate prasadam of Neelamadha, they get free of disease and old age there in the cave of Neelamadha. Then there is a chapter further describing the Neelamadha Vigraha of Jagannath, and Naradji comes to the kingdom of Indradumna, and then he teaches king about the bhakti and all that. Then the king asked that Vidyapati about the details of Neelamadha, and then at the same time king was very anxious to see Lord Jagannath, and he plans journey to Puri, Jagannath Puri, and he promised to live there because there is no sin on people who lives there. And then he also promises to construct a great temple there in Jagannath Puri. At the same time, Naradi reaches there and praised king's plan to go to Jagannath Puri. And then king asked Naradji about characteristics of bhakti. Naradji explains all that, different kinds of bhakti like Rajasic, Tamasic, and Sattvic and Nirguna bhakti. And then Naradi teaches to King Indradumna other qualities of the Lord, and then they both plan to go to Jagannath Puri together. And Naradji agrees that yes, I will come to Jagannath Puri with you. And then they both departs with all the opulences, having in mind that they will live there, they will construct a great temple for Bhagavan Neelamadha. Then they were approaching, they started their journey and they approached Jagannath Puri. Then they were staying in the tents one night where King of Puri, Utkala, came, and he heard that King Indradumna is coming to Puri. And then he went there. He tells King Indradumna that Neelamadha Dham, that cave in the Blue Mountain, is covered in golden sand, and that his kingdom is in distress due to the storm, and the whole Dham is covered in golden sand. So then king asked Naradji what has happened, why the cave and all the place disappeared in the golden sand. Naradji told that you will definitely see Neelamadha, don't worry, it's a plan of Jagannath. And he explains that Vaishnavas are never unfortunate, and Bhagavan is Bhakta Vatsala. And then he tells that his father, Naraji's father, Brahmaji, has recruited him for this work to help you see Jagannath. So then king becomes happy. Naraji tells that I will tell you everything, I will show you everything once we reach Jagannath Puri. Then king saw the place of Neel Madhav, where where the cave of Neel Madhav was. King saw that place. And Naraji showed that great banyan tree where Markandeji saw that Bal Mukunda lying on the leaf of a banyan tree, and the big banyan tree. Naraji showed that big banyan tree also to king, and then king was very happy to see all that. He was like personally seeing Neel Madhav and all that because he heard all the stories. Um, then he paid his obeisances, he got fainted, and then uh, there there was a voice from sky came, and king heard that along with Naraji, that don't worry, I will appear before you. uh, Work as per instruction of Naraji and Brahmaji. The voice instructed that whatever Naraji is telling, do that. Then King Indradumna performs. It's the long story. I'm making it very short. According to instruction of Brahmaji and Naraji, King Indradumna performs 100 horse sacrifice and saw Lord Jagannath in meditation. Then Naradi told at the end of the Yajna that you saw Lord Vishnu, and his body hairs, the hairs of on the body of Lord Vishnu, they are in the form of trees in that transcendental area. Then he told that there will be an old carpenter appear, and he will carve the deities out of the wood from those trees in the Puri area. The voice from sky ordered the way of carving those, craving those, making those vigraha from those trees, and that voice also instructed that the carpenter will have his terms and conditions. He will close the house and he will carve the deities, 4 deities, that is Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Sudarshan ji. And you all don't see that because the sound of the making of those deity will be so loud that one can become deaf. So please play various musical instruments outside that house where the carpenter is making those deities out of the wood. And that carpenter was none other than Vishwakarma himself, that already told by Lakshmi ji. And then king arranged everything accordingly, and in 15 days that old carpenter made 4 vigrahas: Jagannath ji, Baldev ji, and Subhadra ji, and Sudarshan ji. So that's the story of all the vigrahas appearing on this um, uh, transcendental holy dham. And then Brahmaji performs prana pratishtha, that is establishment of vigrahas personally. He came from Brahmaloka and he chanted this mantra: Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Nirsingham Virang Bhishnam Bhadram Mrityor Namamyam. He chanted 1,000 times. That has been described in this Askanda Purana, and that's how he established those vigrahas. And Brahmaji tells the king about worshipping, the methods of worshipping Lord Jagannath there, and description. He also describes the and importance of Jagannath Rath Yatra, and importance of Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra, and all the worships of 4 deities there. So as we all sing frequently, Jai Gaura Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath. This is the bhajan written by Vasudev Ghosh, as we already discussed that Krishna comes in the form of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, and he himself comes in the form of Jagannath Ji in the Holy Dham. And that's the uh, story, and he lives there, as Lakshmi Ji said, along with Vishnu Ji, that we cannot go out of Jagannath Puri because that was our plan to help people of this world. And then there was another story. There are several stories of Lord Jagannath, as we discussed in the beginning, that we cannot recite in limited time of our lifetime. So long back, there was a Panda, there was a Brahmin called Arjun Mishra in Jagannath Puri. So every day he used to read whole Bhagavad Gita, and he especially discuss this verse from 9th chapter with his wife, that Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesam Nityabhiyuktanam Yogachemam Bhamyam. So he found this very interesting. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. So they know that Lord will give their uh, whatever they require for living in the Holy Dham. And once what happened, there was a continuous rain for several days, and Brahmana could not go outside for begging. So they were lacking foodstuffs to eat. I think they had 3 children, and there was a situation where everyone was supposed to fast because there was nothing inside, and outside there was a rain, so they couldn't go and beg. So then his wife was very anxious, and she was worrying that how you say that Lord Jagannath provides everything, to their devotee, to his devotee. And she found these lines from Bhagavad Gita not to be true. And then what she did, she put 3 lines on these verses in the Gita, that this is not true because we are starving, we don't have anything to eat, and we are trying to worship Lord of the universe, but Lord is not providing us even to eat. So what happened on that night, when they slept, they saw voice of 2 children outside. They knocked, and then they said that friend of Gita Panda, that Arjun Mishra sent some material, food stuffs and all that. Please accept it. And then those 2 children gave lots of stuffs, and she became very happy that someone sends us, food stuffs and all the material, and she stored it everywhere. And then she asked, "Why don't you stay for some time, and then I will cook, and then you can eat and then go?" But one boy, he was in bluish complexion. He told that mother, I can't eat because my tongue has been cut in 3 places. He showed his tongue, that my tongue is cut in 3 places, so I can't eat. So then she said, okay, you can go then. Then they disappeared. Then she narrated the story to her husband, that I got so much material and food stuffs, and that were delivered by two boys. And then her husband asked details. She tells that one boy was bluish, and his tongue was cut in three places, so he couldn't eat. I requested that please stay, and I will cook, eat, and then go away. So then he immediately, Gita Panda immediately understood that those children were none other than Lord Jagannath himself. And they immediately went to Jagannath Puri temple to, uh, to, to pray, to ask for forgiveness, because, they were, they, the troubled Lord by his wife striking the verse 3 times with 3 lines in the Gita, and that gave pain to Lord by cutting his tongue. And they saw 3 lines on the tongue of lips of Lord Jagannath there in the temple. So in short, we can see how Lord is compassionate and merciful to all of us, how he created the holy dham in Jagannath Puri area, which is not even counted as a part of this earth. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lakshmi ji, tells to Brahma ji and Jamaraj that Jamaraj ji cannot take people from that holy dham, that Jagannath Puri dham, to the hellish planet to prosecute them, to give them different yatanas, different troubles for their bad deeds on this earthly planet, because that holy dham is not counted in the earth, and it doesn't vanishes when all earth is getting submerged in water during pralaya time, during um, pralaya time, when everyone disappears, all part of the earth gets submerged, but that holy dham is intact even in that annihilation time. And there is a banyan tree there, uh, and Lord Krishna is in his Mukunda farm, childhood farm, stays there. And we also saw a story of Markandeji, who lives up to 7 days of Brahma, and how he saw the dham, and he stays in the dham during pralaya time at the end of every day of Brahma. So that's how much I can cover in this discussion, and all I can say that Lord Krishna is, as we see, Lord Krishna comes in the form of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. He comes in the form of Jagannath ji. He stays all the time in Jagannath Puri, in Daru Brahma, in the wooden vigraha made of those transcendental wood, and he gives mercy that way. He lives all the time, and he has been worshipped by all the demigods, all the fortunate people on this earth, and there is no karma applies there. People who lives there, they are very fortunate, and they get instant liberation there. All sins gets burned to ashes. And we can see that not all people are fortunate to go and live there, because of the entanglement in all our worldly duties and in bad luck. But even after that, Lord is very merciful. He comes outside on the chariot during Rath Yatra, and we discuss all the glories that whoever sees Lord Jagannath on the chariot, when he comes out, he gets liberation. whoever sees him in the chariot. People who can't go inside the temple to see Lord Jagannath comes out every year once to give his darshan, his appearance, to all the devotees from all over the world. Millions of people gather there in Jagannath Puri, and they take advantage of darshan of Jagannath ji, and then they get benefit that way. But we were so unfortunate. We were so fortunate to take birth in this era when Prabhupada came, and he brought Lord Jagannath to all over the world, in every corner of the world, where we can take Lord Jagannath on the in the park, on the street, to distribute Lord Jagannath mercy with the help of Prabhupada. So I think we are very fortunate to have came in contact with Prabhupada and his disciples and his disciples and all the Vaishnavas to get mercy from Lord Jagannath. And I would like to end here, and we can discuss if any questions and comments are there. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice story. Very nice story. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
One question. You said, Prabhu, that Jagannath was carved by an old man. Wasn't it Vishwakarma that carved?
Yeah. It was Vishwakarma. Yes, yeah. Yeah, the story I made it short. The Lakshmi ji told everything to Brahmaji and Jamraj, that Vishwakarma will go personally, and then he will make Vigraha there.
But he came as an old man. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it's been described in this Skanda Purana. There is also a story, the description in Padma Purana that I couldn't read. I think in Padma Purana it is described that they were tribal and how they came to Neelamadha. It's been described that how one boy goes in the cave and then he ate some remnants of Neelamadhava, because those remnants were ate by Lord Jagannath, Neelamadhava. He ate and he transformed in 400 form, and then all other tribal people goes there, and then they ate prasadam, and they all were transformed in 400 form, and that's how they came to know Neelamadhava on that blue mountain. And that I think that story is in Padma Purana, and in Skanda Purana it has been description about that Vishwakarma came in the form of an old man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, a clarification. You mentioned Sudarshan as a deity.
Yes, Prabhu, that's what it's mentioned here. I think, I'm not sure, but I checked it in this Skanda Purana, and it's mentioned Sudarsana ji also, and it's clearly said that there are 4 deities.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not challenging. I'm just confirming. I never
Yeah.
saw Sudarshan that way, so I was a little.
Yeah, even I read somewhere that even Sudarshan, Konk, everything was a deity and it was converted to serve Lord Vishnu, and they become as a god and they came to their hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there is always a Sudarshan chakra on Jagannath's hand, right?
Yes, yeah. And also, yeah.
Also, he's in the form of, have you noticed that usually his white stick next to Lord Jagannath standing up?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Sudarshan.
Yeah.
That's the deity of Sudarshan.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? I thought that was some pole in Jagannath Puri, no?
No, that's Sudarshan.
Yeah. Also, there is a Lord Shiva there in that compound. That's also mentioned in this Purana. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of, descriptions here. It's almost more than 100 pages. Only meanings, not the verses. Any other comments, questions?
Prabhu, you mentioned Skanda Purana. Are these
Yes.
are they available online? Like how do you
Yes,
how do
yes,
you
Prabhuji.
get
This
access?
is I bought from Gita Press, Gorakhpur, but
Okay.
I think there are PDFs also. This is only Hindi, meaning of those 80,000 verses. It's very big, big Quran here. You can see all only meaning, no verses. So I think they have a PDF also. I can send you PDF. It's only in Hindi, and also from Maharshi University of Management here in United States. Those universities are opened after Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. I think at the same time when Prabhupada came here, in that era, Yogi, one of the yogi called Maharshi, what's his name? It's called Maharshi Yogi
Mahesh Yogi,
Mahesh.
right?
Yeah, Mahesh Yogi. So Mahesh Yogi University of Yoga University or management, something like that. And on their site, they have all the Puranas and everything. In only they have Sanskrit verses.
Isn't he the one who propagated transcendental meditation, TM? Maharshi Mahesh Yogi?
I think Mataji, yeah, because
Yeah, I think Prabhupada had talked to him. I think,
yes, yeah,
yeah.
because yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much about it, but I think it was in that era. So we can download from there. Also from Gita Press, they have. I think they have scanned and put it on archive on internet. I will send you one copy. Any other comments or questions, Prabhuji?
Today is Vaman Dev's appearance day, right?
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Mm.
Was it not yesterday? The Vaishnava
We
calendar had it yesterday.
Yeah, I think we fasted yesterday.
Yeah, we had to fast yesterday, half day, and then
Yeah,
do Ekadashi for
yes.
Vaman Dev's appearance day. But today, I think we don't fast, right?
I think so. That
Yeah,
was,
today we celebrate, yeah, by
yeah.
offer. Is there any special dishes that are made for Vamana Dev's appearance day? Anyone knows?
I don't know, Mataji.
I was thinking, what should I cook?
Yeah.
Jiva, any inspirations? Is she there?
I haven't heard of anything made with love and devotion is
I'm thinking batata vadas.
is a dwarf.
I was actually meditating yesterday what to make. I don't have much in the house, so whatever I have to make.